Japan, the 1500s, a land of samurai, warlords, and endless battles for power. But one day, something happened that stopped entire crowds in their tracks. A black man walked through the streets of Japan, not as a slave, not as a servant, but eventually as a samurai. His name was Yasuke. And centuries later, historians are still trying to separate the truth from the legend. This is his story. The 1500s were an age of exploration. European ships crossed oceans searching for wealth, power, and influence. Missionaries traveled across continents spreading Christianity, and somewhere in Africa, Yasuke's journey began. No one knows exactly where he was born. Some historians believe he came from Mozambique, others believe Ethiopia or Sudan. Even his real name has been lost to history. But what we do know is that Yasuke eventually came under the service of Jesuit missionaries. And in 1579, he arrived in Japan. At the time, Japan had very few foreigners, and almost no one had ever seen a black man before. When Yasuke entered the city of Kyoto, chaos erupted. Crowds flooded the streets just to see him. Some accounts say people climbed rooftops. Others pushed so hard through the streets that injuries were reported. Rumors spread quickly. People whispered that his skin was dyed with ink, so officials ordered him to wash. But the color did not come off. And Japan became fascinated with the mysterious giant from Africa. Descriptions from the time say Yasuke was incredibly tall, possibly over 6 feet. In feudal Japan, that was enormous. He was described as strong, intelligent, and physically intimidating. And eventually, word about him reached one of the most powerful men in Japan, a warlord named Oda Nobunaga. Oda Nobunaga was feared across Japan. Brilliant, ruthless, ambitious. He was attempting to unify the country during the Sengoku era. And when Nobunaga met Yasuke, he was immediately fascinated. Some stories say Nobunaga spoke with Yasuke for hours. He asked about Africa, about foreign lands, about the outside world. But Nobunaga did not just admire Yasuke, he trusted him. And over time, Yasuke rose higher and higher within Nobunaga's inner circle. Eventually, Yasuke was given something extraordinary, a residence, a weapon, and a position among Nobunaga's warriors. Many historians believe this effectively made Yasuke a samurai. Now, historians still debate the exact details. Some argue he officially held the title. Others believe he served in a role close to samurai status. But one thing is clear, Yasuke was far more than a servant. He carried weapons, he dined with Nobunaga, and he fought beside him. For a black man in 1500s Japan, this was almost unimaginable. And yet somehow, against all odds, Yasuke became part of samurai history. But peace never lasted long during the Sengoku era. In 1582, disaster struck. One of Nobunaga's own generals betrayed him. His name was Akechi Mitsuhide. The attack happened at a temple called Honnoji. Nobunaga was trapped, outnumbered. With defeat certain, historical records suggest Yasuke fought during the chaos. But the battle was hopeless. Rather than be captured, Nobunaga took his own life. And just like that, the most powerful man in Japan was gone. After Nobunaga's death, Yasuke's story suddenly becomes unclear. Some records say he was captured. Others claim he was returned to the Jesuit missionaries. And after that, history goes silent. No one knows how he died. No one knows if he ever returned home. No one even knows his real name. It is as if Yasuke simply vanished from history, but the memory of the African samurai survived. Today, Yasuke has become a symbol across the world. To some, he represents resilience. To others, proof that history was always more connected and diverse than people imagine. His story challenges the idea that the past was simple, because history is filled with people who crossed borders, cultures, and expectations. People the history books sometimes forgot, but not here, not on WATO. Because history is not just about kings and empires. It is also about the unexpected people who stood beside them. And somewhere in the shadows of feudal Japan, an African warrior became a samurai. The world remembers the legends, but here we ask, what about the others?